Okay, so today I'm going to read a plog called Sticking to the Facts. Sticking to facts. With facts, just perceiving them is not good enough. Sticking to them in speech and action is much more important. Gosh, he is so right. That makes so much sense because, like, if you look at everyone every day when they come across truths or facts that they can perceive, they don't, it just goes over their head after a while because they didn't repeat it or they didn't, do the actions so that they can incorporate the truth that they perceived into their life. And when Peace says that sticking to them in speech and action is the most important, is true because, when you find out the truth and when you find out the truth, it's more important to speak them out and to act by them, instead of just getting bombarded with truth that you can't even apply and you can't use to change your life, because that's the whole point of finding out the truth, is to make your life better. And I love that P actually reiterates every time, through his P-logs and through his interviews as well, that it's important to repeat things so that one can remember. Just like how in school, like how the teacher says that you need to repeat something over and over so that it can sink in, and so that you won't forget it, and so that you can also apply it as well, and like when it's needed. So yeah, I found this plog really helpful and informative because it helps one to remember to always speak truths and to follow that up with action as well, because and like P said, like once you speak something, it programs the mind and the body, and then the body follows. So and and it actually helps one to remember to always speak the truths and to follow that with the right action, and to not be like a hypocrite and just tell people to do something but one is not doing it oneself. So this actually helps one to keep in perspective of always speaking the truths and live by them. And one actually sees that when one does that, one sees the changes. Like for example, like in the previous plog that I read, I repeat to myself as much as I can that this line that P said, always asking the questions before acting. And when one started to repeat that as much as one can remember, it actually helps one to make the right choices. Like if I go to if I do a certain thing, I remember this line and I repeat this line, and it actually helps me to make the right decision, and it actually gets you more on the wavelength of how P does things as well. Yeah, so feel free to look into his Lotusocean P-logs, because it actually helps you to replace all the programming of the matrix and replace them with truths and facts, because out there in Muggle world, they pump you with all of these lies and deception, and it's actually really it's such a relief to actually read P's perspective, because you just know that they're like filled with truth and facts, and you can actually see it for yourself if you just if you repeat them and you actually act them out, then you will see like this huge change in your life. So yeah.